World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history. A war that spanned 6 years across every continent, leaving over 70 million dead. But how did it begin? And why did it change the world forever? Let's break it down. The road to war. After World War I ended in 1918, Germany was left humiliated. The Treaty of Versailles forced them to pay heavy reparations, shrink their military, and take the blame for the war. This fueled anger and desperation. In the 1930s, Adolf Hitler rose to power, promising to restore Germany's pride. At the same time, Italy under Mussolini and Japan under military rule were also seeking expansion. The world was still recovering from the Great Depression, and these countries saw conquest as the path to glory. The spark. The war officially began on September 1st, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. Britain and France declared war 2 days later. Within months, German Blitzkrieg or Lightning War swept through Europe. Denmark, Norway, Belgium, and France fell quickly. By 1940, Britain stood alone, facing constant bombing in what became known as the Battle of Britain. But Britain resisted, proving Hitler could be stopped. The Global War. In 1941, Hitler made his biggest gamble, invading the Soviet Union. The Eastern Front became the bloodiest theater of the war, with millions dead in battles like Stalingrad. Meanwhile, across the globe, Japan attacked the U.S. at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. This pulled America fully into the war. Now, it was truly a world conflict. Turning points. The tide began to turn in 1942 to 43. In North Africa, Allied forces defeated Germany at El Alamein. In the Pacific, the U.S. won at Midway, crippling Japan's navy. And in Europe, the Soviet victory at Stalingrad pushed Germany back. The Allies began advancing on all fronts. Italy surrendered in 1943. In June 1944, the Allies launched D-Day, the largest seaborne invasion in history, landing in Normandy, France. From that moment, Germany was on the defensive. Act 5, the end of the war. By April 1945, Allied troops entered Berlin. Hitler committed suicide in his bunker. Germany surrendered in May, marking the end of the war in Europe. But in Asia, Japan fought on. After years of brutal island battles, the U.S. dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Days later, Japan surrendered. The war was finally over. World War II reshaped the world. It created the United Nations, split Europe into East and West, and marked the rise of the U.S. and the Soviet Union as superpowers. It was a war of destruction, but also of resilience. A reminder of both the darkest and strongest sides of humanity.